This is so comfy here. I don't even want to get up. I want to actually fall asleep. I got just the right shade right here with our tree. The sun is over there. It's 4:51. If weather here in Florida right now is perfect. But the reason why you click on this video is to watch the unboxing setup and walkthrough of the PELICAN Kayak Motor 110. This kayak I requested myself from PELICAN over the last year or so. I don't know, it's been a while. I've been asking them, hey, I need it, I want it, I wanna make a bunch of videos with it. Send me one over like yesterday. And they finally did. So in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and walk you through the whole process of setting up, going over the features and everything that it has to offer. And I hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Alright guys, we're doing the unboxing the old-fashioned way. There you go, unboxing. Okay, let's go ahead and see. I don't think we need a knife for this. This thing is nice, man. Wow. Let me give you a closer look. Man, this wind is crazy. It's gonna bring it down again from top of the boondocks. I could spread out the boondocks bunks a little more so it will fit the kayak, or actually bring them closer. I'm gonna show you how it looks underneath now to see how I'm gonna be adjusting it, but this kayak is not gonna live on that boondock, so I'm probably not gonna adjust it. Just gonna make it work. But just wanted to give you a closer look at this kayak. Look how nice it looks. I love those wide open deck from PELICAN. Really cool. The seat will go here. You would have thought it was gonna take me like at least 2 minutes to put this boat together, right? But as you saw, it only took 1 second. All I had to do was to put the seat and we're ready to go. I could literally take it on the water right now. All I have to do is grab a paddle and go have some fun, and a fishing rod if I want to fish. Let me give you a full in-depth walkthrough of how this kayak comes out of the factory. I don't have that in my channel, and I like to have those videos for reference, future viewers. So let's go ahead and do that right now. This kayak is the PELICAN Kayak Motor, and the motor stands, I think, is because you could modify it and make modifications to it and make it your own. Starting right here in the rear, as you can see, this version is the Kayak Motor 11 TR. That's because it has a transom mount. But don't worry, if you have the one with a skeg, you could simply replace it. Just remove these 5 bolts. I've done it before on other PELICAN kayaks, like the Getaway, and put in the skeg or the rudder, whatever PELICAN sells. This is a cool idea. Now, the reason why I got this version from the get-go is because I'm not really gonna be using the skeg. The skeg is for tracking and paddling if you're gonna paddle only. And you know, if you know anything about me, you know that I love motors, right? I love motors. So I'm gonna be putting here motors, and I'm gonna be trying several motors. We're gonna have trolling motors, and then we're also gonna have the Bixpy, of course. Here we're gonna do a demo with the Bixpy as well, and I have the NK300, but that one will require some accessory changes right here in the back. I may have to remove this and cover it with a plate, and then be able to put that NK unit on top. But we do have the NT300, which is a transom mount, and you could just slap it in, and I think it will be perfect for this kayak, this setup. I want to see how fast that thing goes in here, and I'm getting excited, and that means one thing and one thing only. I'm gonna be doing that video pretty soon because it's super easy. All I have to do is put in the NT300, put it on the back, take it to the lake, and of course put in my Amped Outdoors lithium battery right here. But anyways, just take it to the lake and have fun, because it's fun, trust me. The other thing I'm gonna be doing is, whenever I wanna do a true hands-free fishing setup for motors on this kayak, I'm gonna be probably gonna have to be removing these tracks and put some sort of like footrest. But anyways, those are the ideas that I have for this boat. Let me show you what you get out of the box. This tank well right here is nice, it's deep, it's big enough. I could definitely put a black pack in there. It shouldn't interfere with this here. I mean, if you see the other video that I got the PELICAN Wilderness System Attack 11, and I put my black pack here, and the rod holders were kind of like hitting this right here, so it wasn't pretty. But in this kayak, I think we have plenty of room to make sure that there's no interference. But hey, get the thing that actually works for you. No crate, black packs. Pelican has their own crates. You can check it out, their website, all that stuff. Just make it your own. So we have a scooper plug right here to prevent water from coming in from the bottom, but the water is gonna be coming out and pulling here if you put a scooper plug in there. So you gotta see how you like it, you know, how the boat performs and all that stuff. That's why we're gonna be doing a water demo and a fishing video as well, so you see all that stuff. You got 2 flush mounted rod holders here in the back. I'm gonna touch on the seat later because there's a lot to talk about the seat. You got a nice handle here, another one over here, and I love these handles in the middle because I could just load up this kayak on my truck, put a strap through it, and it will be a secure setup. I don't have to worry about the kayak falling off in the middle of the road. You also have gear tracks, 2 of them. This is nice because, I mean, if you use Yak Attack accessories or any accessories that uses the track mount, it's just plug and play. You don't have to drill anything. And something I saw here in the back is if you need more tracks on your boat, you could definitely add them. This is very flat right here, very flat. You even have more flat area here on the back. It's a little warpy, but I think gear track could still work here. Definitely here, a small one. The point is you could add more gear tracks to the boat if you need it. You got a forward facing flush mount rod holder. That is really nice. A lot of people complain about these rod holders, but they're special. Why? Because a lot of times you forget to take a black pack or your rod holder system, whatever, but the boat has 3 built in. And this one is very useful because if you're changing baits, if you just landed a fish, you could just plug it in there. And people use it for camera mounts as well. So going forward, you got a nice deck padding right here. Very comfy, it feels good. I'm gonna be standing on it a lot. You got 2 areas molded in for cup holders with a bungee. This is super cool right here because you could fit any size cup pretty much. I mean, you could probably put a pot in there and be totally fine. You got 2 more scooper holes, and you have the footrest that, I mean, I wish it was different. Hello. You move it to where it's gonna work for you. That's pretty cool. Again, if you're gonna be paddling this boat, these are epic because it's not gonna move out of position. But if you're gonna be motorizing it, it would have been a better idea to just have a free sliding footrest that you could lock down. This one, I don't see a way to make it like that. Well, I guess you could, but then you won't be able to steer because see how it looks? I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. I may just drill this out and just put in the new one. It's gonna be tricky though because I don't see an access point. I don't see a hatch. Now moving forward here, you got this nice area here. It's kind of like a storage place. I like to throw coolers right there in the front. With the old Pelican Catch 130s, when Andres was little, I would put him right here in the front. That was special. But that's how it looks when you take this thing out. The cool thing about this is if you just want to have a day bag or something like that, you can just throw it in there and cover it, and you're golden. It's not gonna fly, it's not gonna go anywhere because it's gonna be held down with these bungees. Now, look at this right here. Boom, you got those little, these are for your rod tips, so it's gonna protect your rods. The only place that I see that I could probably put some sort of hatch will be right here in the front. I think we have enough space to do that. And with that hatch, I should be able to use a rigging bullet or some sort of backing and replace those things over there. Oh, I forgot. We could also use Yak Attack accessory. Oh, I have the idea, man. I think I have it. Moving forward to the bow, you have a handle here, and this one looks kind of like the old Catch Power 100. That's cuckoo nice. Let's talk about the seat. I really enjoy Pelican seats, and the reason for that is, look at this. You got a nice foam padding right here, so when you put your butt there, it's not gonna get all marked by all this little fabric thing. That's pretty cool, but it still dries up. and it's ventilated here, so your legs should be fine. You got little pockets, so if you need to throw maybe a credit card or something, your license in here, you could put it there. And over here you have more pockets, not pockets, whatever this is called. Maybe you want to put like some sort of pliers in here, or the hooker, you want to have it close to you. Here on the back you got a nice opening here, so you could definitely add lumbar support if you put some sort of divider here, phone or whatever, so you fix that. And if you move it up like here, and if you just close it, you have a nice seating area. This is nice. This fabric, this material feels very, very nice. So you can see here, and the cool idea about that is, look at the camera, look at the camera, look at the camera. You get the idea? You could basically fish 360. I would call this a poor man 360, because you don't have a swivel seat, but you do have this backrest that you can sit on or stand on if you're brave enough, and you could literally just put your feet here in the back and cast that way, or turn around and cast to the front. One of the biggest issues with kayak fishing is positioning, and with that you remove a lot of the headaches, and you don't have to worry about, you know, like all of a sudden sweeping over and falling off the boat, because you're still grounded. Uh-oh. I wanted to flip the boat over so I could show you the bottom hole, because this is very important. The bottom hole is gonna give you the stability, and as you can see from this boat, it has that tunnel boat hole design, which is gonna give you a lot of stability, and also it shouldn't be a drag on the water. Look at that, you see that tunnel there? I'm gonna be flipping this guy for sure, but I can tell you that you can stand up on this with no issues whatsoever. The seat is actually not that high, so your secondary stability should be really good as well. Any kayak flip, so that's why you should always wear PFD, and also test the limits on a safe environment with friends, so you know what you have, so you don't go crazy. The boat is 10 feet and a half. Pelican rounds it up to 11. It weighs just the whole without the seat about 64 pounds, and with the seat you're looking at about 67 pounds. That means it's an extremely light boat. That's some cool stuff. Now it retails for about $799, which is also an excellent price, and is made right here in Canada. Well, not here, but it's North America, as you can see there. Now me showing you this view is probably raising questions about this. What is that? And I heard from some people that this type of kayak, the way it's built, is bad news. Well, let me go ahead, put the kayak on the ground, step on it, and talk about why it's probably one of the best ideas ever to build kayaks like that. Although nothing is ever perfect, and every way you do something, it's gonna leave questions and concerns. The way Pelican builds their kayaks is really a cool idea, because this thermoform allows them to put phone in areas where normally a sit-on-top kayak that was cooked in an oven wouldn't be able to. These decks from Pelicans tend to be very rigid compared to other kayaks. The entire deck feels very rigid. Boom, 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 boom. Right here, especially here, feels very solid. Over here, you see that starting a little, you know, flexing a little bit, but not too much. Not like, oh, I'm gonna have a problem, but this is where you're gonna be standing up, and this area, it feels very, very like hard, and that's because they're able to put phone blocks where it's needed. Let's take this moment to address the elephant in the room. I don't see any elephant. So the way these kayaks are put together, you basically have two layers, the top and the bottom, and they fuse it, they bolt it together. Sorry, my hands are dirty because of the packaging was dirty. But anyways, they fuse it together, and that's why you saw that lip on the side. But that is the strongest part of the kayak. This kayak is not gonna break apart. The top and the bottom is just not gonna open up and you're gonna end up with half of the kayak on the water. No, that's not gonna happen. It is the strongest part of the kayak, so you have nothing to worry about. I have tortured kayaks made by Pelican, like literally run it through the streets, hit it with hammer. The kayak is still there. I need to destroy it because it was a prototype, but it's still there. Pelican makes really good kayaks. For the price, extremely good kayaks. I have no problem with the way these kayaks were made. And I'm the one who reached out to them to send it over.